All right, so our book this month is called Redwall.
Right. Who's the hero? Is it like a knight? Is it a paladin? Is it a ranger? Is it a wizard?
Yeah, well, maybe kind of some of those things.
The sword, just cutting and killing orcs and goblins.
There is a sword. We're going to learn about the sword later. But first, let's find out about our hero.
Yeah.
He's not quite a strong knight like that. In fact, it says Matthias is a young mouse who lives in Redwall Abbey.
Excuse me, a mouse? Mm-hmm. He's a mouse.
He's a mouse.
He's a little animal that eats cheese.
That's right.
I could step on him. Mm-hmm. I would hurt and I wouldn't
want
to, but I won't.
Because Redwall Abbey is a peaceful place.
Okay.
Full of kindly animals.
All right, so the hero of our story is a mouse who's going to grow up to be a wizard or a... Anyway, he lives in an abbey. Mm-hmm. Now, what's an abbey?
An abbey is actually a large church, and it's surrounded by buildings, maybe like a kitchen building, a place where you live, like a bedroom building, I don't know what they call them, but where nuns and monks and other religious figures live and work. So they live in the buildings around this church.
Okay, so it would be a church, but there would also be a Christian community there.
Yes.
And they would do all sorts of things from helping sick people in the village to farming to writing books or copying scriptures out, illuminating documents, all sorts of good stuff. But it's kind of a peaceful place of learning from back in the old days. So that's where Matthias is from. In spite of this, in spite of being from this peaceful yet kind of boring place, in spite of this, Matthias has a warrior spirit and longs to go on adventures one day. So imagine he's the young guy who grows up in this nice but kind of boring place, but he's been reading comic books and watching action films, and he kind of thinks, so someday I'm going to go and kill a dragon and save a princess and beat an evil wizard and win a battle or something like that. We know that he's thinking all these things in spite of this peaceful, quiet, kind of boring life. When we use this phrase, in spite of, it's sort of like the word despite. It means that something will take place even though there are other bad conditions that might make it difficult. Like you might say, well, I'm going to go to the park in spite of the rain. For some people, the rain might keep them home, but even though it is raining and you know it, you're still going to go ahead, go outside to the park or something like that.
Okay, so obviously he is thinking about becoming a warrior. He thinks of himself as this big strong mouse, and he wants to be a warrior, and a warrior is a brave fighter or a soldier who has experience fighting in a war.
That's right. If you're going off to a war, find yourself a warrior and do what he or she does, and hey, you have a good chance of surviving. And we learned there that he is, well, he's not exactly a warrior.
Nope.
He doesn't have the horse and the sword and all that stuff, but he's got a warrior spirit. All right, so here we're using spirit. Of course, it's a noun. Spirit is sort of like your soul, your anima. What's inside you? What gives you your life passion or something like that? So he might sit at home just doing boring stuff like all the other mice, but inside he knows that he's a great warrior, that he's a great hero. It's inside him, and all he needs is a chance to let it out and become Matthias, the great mouse slayer.
All right, well, fortunately, he's going to get that chance.
Good.
All right, so we learn about this brave mouse, Matthias. He's got a peaceful life, but he longs to go on an adventure. Now, this phrase, long to do something, when you long to do something, you wish for something or to do something very much. For example, we might say, Mikey longs to play with his older brother and his friends, but he's too little.
Oh, it's a dream, it's a wish, it's a hope for the future. It's something he thinks about for a lot, but it's not something he's able to do quite yet. So hold on, Mikey. Hold on, Matthias. Maybe in the future, hopefully the near future, you'll be able to go out and have an adventure. What does Matthias need? Well, he needs all his courage to face what's coming. Wow, so from that we know that something dangerous is coming. Something dangerous will happen soon. We know it because he'll need all his courage. Your courage is like your bravery. We'll get to that, but first let's finish the next sentence. What's coming? Clooney the Scourge and his army of evil rats. Ooh, okay, for a mouse, an army of evil rats would be pretty bad. All right, so yes, fighting an army of rats would take courage. Well, for anyone, I would need courage to fight an army of rats. Just one, yeah, I could take them on. But if it was an army, thousands of rats, I would need courage, and I expect you probably would too. What is courage? It's a noun, and it's bravery, right? If you do something dangerous, you know it's dangerous, but you don't let the danger or your fear to stop you, then you have courage, you have bravery, you have guts. For example, it takes a lot of courage to be a firefighter, right? To run into a building that could kill you to save other people, that takes bravery, that takes courage. So who is this evil army of rats, or more importantly, who is leading the army of rats?
Clooney the Scourge.
Clooney the Scourge. I like the name, but I don't like him.
No, he's, probably don't like him because he is evil.
He is evil.
Okay, so
he must be.
This adjective evil, it actually describes someone who does really bad or harmful things on purpose. Now, evil people want to hurt other people. They don't just do it by accident. They say, nah, I'm going to do this.
And they don't care about it.
Nope. So here's an example. Some people believe the president of this country is evil because he does not care about his people at all. That's an evil thing to do.
I'm just trying to guess which president in which country. There's a few of them. There's quite a few choices these days. Anyways, let's get back to someone who's not the president of a real country, but is the leader of an army of rats. Clooney the Scourge.
Okay, so Clooney the Scourge, he's going to give Matthias all the adventures that Matthias really needs.
Oh, yeah.
That's because it says Clooney is a violent killer, and he'll stop at nothing to take Redwall Abbey and make it his castle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's a lot going on there.
There is.
Okay, so he's
exciting.
He's not only evil, he's also violent.
A violent killer.
So the adjective violent describes a person or an animal that is likely to attack, hurt, or kill another human or animal. Here's an example. The police announced that a violent criminal had escaped from prison and that everyone should be very careful.
Absolutely.
Lock your doors.
That's right. This is someone who will hurt you. They're not peaceful. They're not kind. They're not nice. They're angry, and they are not afraid of hurting you. They will stop at nothing. This prisoner might stop at nothing to get away, or Clooney will stop at nothing to have his army conquer a land. The shortcut for you, stop at nothing, basically means nothing will stop you. You will do anything to get what you want. It's our shortcut for you. Let's check it out.